Hello, you're watching the English News Bulletin on Qpvn channel. I'm Nguyen, and now let me keep you up to date with the headlines. The 12th Military Party Congress opens. Creating favorable legal framework for Vietnam-Russia relations. Military Region 4 rushes to overcome aftermath of Typhoon BUALOI. This morning in Hanoi, Party General Secretary To Lâm, Secretary of the Central Military Commission, attended and directed the opening session of the 12th Military Party Congress for the 2025-2030 tenure. Attending the event were former Party General Secretary Nông Đức Mạnh, Prime Minister Phạm Minh Chính, former Prime Minister Nguyễn Tấn Dũng, National Assembly Chairman Trần Thanh Mẫn, former National Assembly Chairman Nguyễn Sinh Hùng, standing member of the Party Central Committee Secretariat Trần Cẩm Tú. The event was attended by General Phan Văn Giang, Minister of National Defense, and former defense ministers, including General Phạm Văn Trà and General Ngô Xuân Lịch. Also attending were General Trịnh Văn Quyết, Chairman of the General Political Department of the Vietnam People's Army, General Nguyễn Tân Cương, Chief of the General Staff of the Vietnam People's Army and Deputy Defense Minister, Sing Lieutenant General Võ Minh Lương, and Sing Lieutenant General Hoàng Xuân Chiến, among others. The 12th Congress of the Military Party Organization took place at a very important time. The whole party, people, and military have just successfully celebrated the 80th anniversary of the August Revolution and the National Day of the Socialist Republic of Vietnam, with determination to successfully realize the goals and tasks set forth by the resolutions of the 13th National Party Congress, achieved the highest achievements to welcome the 14th National Party Congress, contributing to bringing the country into a new era, the era of national growth. In his opening remarks at the Congress, General Phan Văn Giang emphasized that over the past 5 years, while the country has enjoyed many opportunities and favorable conditions, it has also faced numerous obstacles and challenges due to the volatile and complicated global situation. In that context, under the Communist Party of Vietnam's absolute, direct, and all-around leadership in all aspects, the unified management and administration of the state, and with the spirit of innovation and creativity, the military party organization has seriously grasped and concretized the Communist Party of Vietnam's guidelines and policies, as well as the state law, into its action program. The military party organization has led the whole military to continuously improve the overall quality, capability, and combat readiness, basically completing the force adjustment. The military is truly the core in building the whole people national defense posture associated with the people's security posture, especially in strategic and key areas, firmly protecting the national independence, sovereignty, unity, and territorial integrity, contributing to maintaining political stability and a peaceful environment for national development. The military troops are always united and steadfast in morale, serving as a solid support for the party, state, and people, excellently fulfilling military and defense tasks, protecting the fatherland in the new situation. General Phan Văn Giang highlighted the 12th Military Party Congress as a particularly important political event, affirming the maturity of the Vietnam People's Army through over the 80 years of its development. The resolutions approved at the Congress are the basis to continuously improve the leadership capacity and combat strength of the military party organization, consolidate national defense posture, build a revolutionary, disciplined, highly skilled, and modernized people's army, strengthen national defense, build and firmly protect the socialist fatherland of Vietnam. On the morning of September the 29th, President Lương Cường hosted a reception for Chairman of the State Duma of the Federal Assembly of the Russian Federation, Vyacheslav Volodin, and his entourage. President Lương Cường suggested that Chairman Volodin and the Vietnamese National Assembly continue supporting and promoting the implementation of high-level agreements. He also called for the creation of a favorable legal framework to elevate the Vietnam-Russia relationship to a new, more substantive and effective level across all fields. Both sides agreed to further enhance political trust, strengthen cooperation through party, state, parliamentary, and locality-to-locality channels, and promote the implementation of specific projects and initiatives in all areas. They agreed to enhance the exchange of viewpoints and closely coordinate at international organizations and multilateral forums, contributing to peace, cooperation, and development in the region and the world. Chairman Volodin also stressed the need to further enhance the role of Inter-Parliamentary Cooperation Committee and Friendship Parliamentary Groups. He affirmed that the State Duma would continue to support and encourage ministries, sectors, and businesses of both countries to effectively implement high-level agreements reached by leaders of both countries. As Vietnam prepares to host the opening for the signature of the United Nations Convention Against Cybercrime on October the 25th and the 26th, President Lương Cường warned that cybercrime is a global threat to the security and stability of all nations. President Lương Cường affirmed that Vietnam regards the fight against cybercrime as a priority in its national security policy. He stressed that effective action requires solidarity, international cooperation, and respect for the rule of law. He emphasized that the convention provides a legal framework for collaboration, supporting especially developing and vulnerable countries in strengthening their defense. Welcoming delegates to Hanoi, President Lương Cường expressed confidence the event would mark a historic milestone, sending a message of global unity and determination to build a safer, more just world for generations to come. In his opening remarks at the 8th Conference of Full-Time National Assembly Deputies held on September the 29th, National Assembly Chairman Trần Thanh Mẫn emphasized the need to improve the quality of draft laws to be submitted to the 10th session of the 15th National Assembly. Lasting 2.5 days, the event introduced a new format grouping discussions by key areas, including economy, finance, culture and society, national defense and foreign affairs, and law and justice, giving deputies more time for substantive debate. National Assembly Chairman Trần Thanh Mẫn urged deputies to provide concise, in-depth, and well-argued comments, clearly stating whether each draft is ready for approval. The upcoming 10th session is expected to review and adopt 45 laws and resolutions. The same day, Sing Lieutenant General Trương Thiên Tô, Vice Chairman of the General Political Department of the Vietnam People's Army, chaired the second appraisal conference for sculptures honoring Chinese military advisors and international soldiers from Laos and Cambodia. The Vietnam Military History Museum and the Central Fine Arts Joint Stock Company presented updates on revisions made after the first review. Notably, the new design of the Cambodian International Soldier statue highlights the deep bond and solidarity between the armed forces and people of both countries. Commanding the dedication of the artist and relevant units, Sing Lieutenant General Trương Thiên Tô emphasized that these works will serve as lasting symbols of international combat solidarity and called for faster progress to ensure the project is completed on schedule. Also on September the 29th, a welcome ceremony was held at Nội Bài International Airport, Hanoi, for Vietnam Engineering Company Rotation 3, which has successfully completed its mission at UNISPAR and returned home safely. Despite the heavy rain, the airport was filled with joy and warmth. Representatives from military units gathered to greet the officers and staff of Engineering Company Rotation 3 as they returned from their international peacekeeping mission. I feel honored and proud to be welcomed home by our commanders and colleagues. I've been eagerly waiting to be reunited with my family and loved ones. Deployed to UNISPA in September 2024, the 184-strong Engineering Company Rotation 3 built and upgraded hundreds of kilometers of key roads, several helicopters landing sites, barracks, and strategic UN facilities. Recognizing their contribution, UNISPA's leadership praised Vietnam's Engineering Company Rotation 3 as a new standard setter for UN peacekeeping engineering forces. When we left RPA, the mission's leadership and fellow contingents came to bid farewell to us. It was a very moving moment. We are deeply grateful for their support, which has enabled us to complete the 2024-2025 term with excellence. Vietnamese blue-beret engineers have left their mark of bravery, professionalism, and humanity in a far, far away land. Today, as they return, they bring home not only achievements, but also immense pride for the Vietnam People's Army and the nation. On the morning of September the 29th, the Vietnam Department of Peacekeeping Operations opened the UN Military Observer Training Course for 30 trainees, including 25 officers of the Vietnam People's Army and 5 others of the Lao People's Army. Taking place from September the 29th to October the 17th, with the participation of 15 lecturers, 2 of whom are from Germany and the EU. The course provides training on general theory on UN peacekeeping operations and such specialized skills as information gathering, monitoring, negotiation, security situation handling, and combined practice with close-to-reality situations, thereby helping prospective peacekeepers get ready for deployment to peacekeeping missions, while contributing to strengthening the friendship and international cooperation between peacekeeping forces of Vietnam and other countries, especially Laos and Germany. This is the first time the Vietnam Department of Peacekeeping Operations has hosted and organized a military observer training course, marking a new development milestone, as well as affirming the capacity for integrating internationally and preparing high-quality human resources for peacekeeping operations. A refresher course on foreign relations for 25 officers of the Royal Cambodian Armed Forces, hosted by the Foreign Relations Department of the Ministry of National Defense of Vietnam, kicked off on the afternoon of September the 29th in Hanoi. The Cambodian officers will be provided with training on 9 topics of world and regional situations and some major international issues: Vietnam-Cambodia defense relations, procedures for organizing bilateral defense relations activities, presentation and speaking skills, basic diplomatic protocol, welcoming and see-off ceremonial protocol for incoming and outgoing delegations, skills for organizing foreign affairs events, international conference and seminars, diplomatic protocol and the behavioral art in foreign affairs, organization of and participation in diplomatic banquets. The course contributes to enhancing mutual understanding and trust between the two militaries and facilitating diplomatic officers of the two countries to continue coordinating well at multilateral and international forums. Typhoon BUALOI struck localities in Military Region 4, leaving heavy damage to human lives and property. Immediately after the storm passed, Military Region 4 sent troops to help authorities and people recover and stabilize daily life. In Hà Tĩnh province, dozens of schools lost their roofs while equipment was badly damaged. At Kỳ Khang Commune Kindergarten, soldiers from the Area Defense Command 3, Kỳ Anh, joined teachers and local militiamen, clean up debris and repair classrooms so students could return the next morning. We mobilized more than 40 troops and militia to quickly help the school reopen for students. Thanks to the soldiers and teachers working together, our classrooms are now safe for children to return soon. In Vạn An Commune, flood water rose quickly, submerging homes. The military engineers of Brigade 414 moved in with vehicles to rescue 12 households, mostly elderly, women and children, bringing them and their belongings to safety. Our forces have been working across local areas to clear roads, drain flooded zones, and pre-position units with supplies in case of further landslides or isolation. Thousands of troops and militia have also been sent to Quảng Trị to search for 9 missing fishermen on the Giang River. Despite rough sea, rescue teams pressed ahead with recovery operations. Border Guard units joined in, repairing dikes, helping stranded boats, and patrolling rivers and coast to support rescue efforts and provide medical care. Across the region, troops assisted farmers in salvaging flooded rice, cleared fallen trees, and prioritized opening main roads, hospitals, and schools. We're deeply grateful to the soldiers for helping us in such difficult times. In Hue, more than 160 troops were mobilized to repair homes, clear debris, and help families stabilize after the storm. At Viet Port in Guangxi, bodyguard force repaired a 70-meter stretch of eroded embankment and salvaged 3 small boats that had sunk at the anchorage, helping fishermen restore their livelihoods. Despite unpredictable weather, Military Region 4 continues to maintain high readiness with forces and equipment pre-positioned in vulnerable areas to respond quickly and support people until normal life is restored. And that's all for now. Remember, you can always watch the news again at qpvn.vn. Now, thank you for watching and hope to see you next time.